First, for harvesting, tomatoes should be picked early morning when it's still cool. Tomatoes will deteriorate more rapidly when hot. So once that tomatoes are picked, they should be kept cool under some sort of shade. Make sure to pick well without squeezing. Place the tomatoes in the container and do not throw them. And make sure to remove any disease or split. Next, for grading, the grades are mostly based on the condition and quality of the tomatoes and not specifically on their size. However, the basic grade of the fruit, 3 grade, there's small that less than 100 gram, medium from 100 until 255 gram, and large more than 255 gram.
Packaging. Packaging is an essential step in order to ease the handling process and give protection during distribution and storing. The type of container depends on the market destination, which can be either wooden crates, cardboard boxes, woven palm basket, and plastic crates. And the container should be aligned with cushioning material, for example like dry grass, paddy straw, leaf, sawdust, and paper shred. It should be well ventilated and strong and capable of being stacked without damaging the fruits. And lastly, it is crucial to make sure the potatoes should not be filled either too loose or too tight.
For short-term storage is up to a week. Tomatoes fruit can be stored at ambient condition if there is enough ventilation to reduce the accumulation of heat from respiration. For longer-term storage, ripe tomatoes can be stored at temperature of about 10 to 15 degrees and 85 to 95% relative humidity, and tomatoes can be kept for about 6 weeks. For transportation, can use a refrigerated truck. This can minimize damage of the tomatoes caused by road transportation. If there is no refrigeration, can cover the vehicle with the jute spread or trampoline to reduce the transpiration. Secondly, overloading tomatoes for transport can result in crushing of fruits and other mechanical injuries.
So next, we move on into the processing and cooking for tomatoes. So the first one is after washing, the tomatoes go through a second sort, which is reviewed by a personnel and machine for consistency in size, redness, and shape. And the second one is the tomatoes are then peeled using an ecologically sound process that scales the fruit with pressurized steams. And the last one is whole peeled tomatoes will lead down the production line, ready for serving, while other tomatoes will be chopped, crushed, or pureed and strained, and suitable as a product such as tomato paste.
Next topic we will discuss is how to reducing food loss to enhance food security and environmental sustainability. The first point is packaging of tomato. Tomato fruit may be kept at 44 degrees C in an extended bag or sealed box for up to 10 days, with no noticeable change in quality since these circumstances preserve food firmness, delay food ripening, and show no symptom of degradation during storage. This means that if we store the tomato in a stand bag or sealed box at the 4 degrees C, it will sustain as long as 10 days. Next point is a good practice in tomato cook and production. When appropriately applied, good agricultural practice and good veterinary practice can protect food at the primary stage of production from damage or physical contamination. In example, for tomato, if we harvesting tomato, we must not squeeze the tomato and do not throw it at the box. So we must put it carefully because tomato is very fragile. The last point is the storage and conservation. For preservation of quality of harvested tomato, the most important issue is temperature control. So we suggest to use a pre-cooling method, use controlled atmosphere storage, use ripening chamber, and lastly use a evaporative cool storage. But this method is very pricey, but it can help to prolong the shelf life of tomato and prevent from losing in the harvesting.